でもこれで犯人がわかるんでしょ。
そうかね。推理するまでもなくって感じだね。
Shh. Did you hear that?
何も見えねえよ。
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him. I'll be right behind you. Police! Hold it right there.
はそうって暗すぎるんだけど。
Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our net. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough! You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
ここで質問すりゃいい。
なんでこう開いてんの。現事件で達成できる。結構同書生物多いじゃないかよ。あと4人出てくるのか。そんなすぐ終わるような事件じゃねえな。さすがに。
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what? A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N. And partner, 1883. To my These abbreviations.
もういいかな。まだ
Locked.
Mr. Holmes?
なんでいきなり。
ああ、またなんか見つめて
え、
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
見えねえ。
そういうふうに見えない。
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
え、
Please, let me go. I'm innocent. What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
「じゃああいつが犯人じゃねえか」ここもつながるんだ。
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
それ他はくっつかないでしょ。なんとなく分かってきたけど。で、
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Mr. Holmes?
それしか言われない。
か言わないのは喋らせるしかないん
Locked.
だ。
部屋は何のためにある？あ、これか。
These are the suspect's belongings.
天井まだ見えないの？
These abbreviations.
手がかりがないってことなのかな。
出た。
These abbreviations.
これ利用できる。
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
これ実験すんの？
I need to take a harpoon with me.
手に使うのを家に来て
あんな現場にあったじゃ
現場に行かなきゃいけないってこ
ん。ここにはないでしょ、さすがに。さすがにないでしょ。時間かかるんだよ。これ無駄足だったろ。
That should do
いい
it.
のかやっぱ。
Now I am ready for the experiment.
今死体から抜き取ってもいいじゃない。もう一回ロード挟むから時間かかるな。なんでこれやんの？ここは殺人現場みたいになってんじゃねえか。うわ、生首が。
操作で首置いてある。
セロ大丈夫なのこれ。
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
火を止める？なんだこれ。
プレすぎだろ。
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
成功する前に実験するのこれ。
そう。おお。いいんじゃない？
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
そんなにやってねえだろ。もう要はね。あ？慣れねえな。あれ？バツボタンで決定慣れねえな。二人？
まだ出てきてないのに犯人がいるってこと？
投げたとは限んないですよ、じゃあ。
まあ、それは一斉に聞かせたのかもしれない。
で、どうすんの？何も書いてねえな。これなんの？アレンジ。
This man is in his 50s.
ハゲてんな。もう調べることないっしょ。
Peter Carey. The weapon for...
わかんない。尋問かな、また。前からハテナ。
The two...
ないな。これなんか変わってるってこともなそうな。ここじゃねえのか。サインのそれば。奥さんまだいんの？何してんの
？Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be that he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Thank you, madam.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
あそこに放置されてるのかさ。いつまであそこに放置されてるんだ。操作が慣れないな。一応全部調べないと先に進めないようにはなってんのかな。なんだこいつ。
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings. These abbreviations mean something. But what? These abbreviations.
これまだなんか調べられるのかな。間違えた。
These are the suspect's belongings.
全部調べてるな。
Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
もらったのか。あ、これで完了なんだ。
These are the sus.
あれもらっていうのはその書庫にあるのか。順番があるんだな。犯罪現場を調べるってまだあるんだ。
ああ、本当だ。課題っていうのが完了してないってことだよね。
犯罪現場でももう何を調べるんだって話だけど。移動が遅い。
Mr. Holmes?
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
なんだ。
ああ、指輪に書いてある文字が、なんかあんたの名前じゃないよ的な風に。ドーソンからドアがつくの。
これいいのかな、じゃあ。
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
今のダメだったの？
なんだ？端から行ってみたっていいのかな。
あ、これ違うんだ。答え変わった。
The ring is mine.
一回書庫行かなきゃダメなのかな。
ああ、証拠が足りないってこと？
手入れの人といたら新潟とか絶対関係ないし。なんか新しい答えなさそうだな、まだ。
So,
The ring is mine.
never mind.
あ、まだダメっしょ。
So, Mr. Nelligan,
あ、
The ring is
もう
mine.
わかんねえ。ほら。
so, Mr.
The ring is mine.
Never mind. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
難しいな。
調べに戻んなきゃいけないの。
買いづらい。ロードが長い。何してんだお前。
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
で、どうすんの？勝手に分かってるようだけど、こっちは何も分かってないから。まあ分かったみたいだろうけど、こっちはあんま分かってないやつ。で、こういう手帳が多分調べられるようになるのかな。推理。あんま感ないでしょ。
Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings.
もう調べたろ。
These abbreviations.
まだダメなのか。あるものってなんだよ。隠すなよ。
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is
なんで
mine.
これ嘘つくんだよ。嘘つく流れじゃねえだろ。
親の着物ってことなのか。
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
これあれか、犯罪現場に行くのか。まあそこはやめられないですよな。雨っぽいな。行ったり来たりだな。
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
これが手帳のイニシャルか。
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign. Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him. Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire. Brave. Brave.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
官僚さん。
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Great help.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected. No, that's not it. 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 Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however. These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
あ、そうやってやるのね。
お前はなんで解放されないんだ。
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you, but you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
庭師の手ってわかんの？
じゃあどうせ庭師なの？庭師いないって言ってた。
I'm not saying another word.
Mr. Holmes?
どうすんのじゃあ。
呼ばれてるぞ。
お前さんなんかわかんなくなった。何するんだよ。
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
少年に頼んでた件はどうだったんだ。
殺害現場まだあるな。ことも
What
話す
am I
ことない。
doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
星にしようとしたのが。
本用はないってことか。使い道を見つけるっての。じゃあどうすりゃいいんだよ。まだ2人いない。まあ長そうだな。どうすんのじゃあ。
そっか、行ってみる？何か買う？
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
何がわかるんだ。お前はいつまで放置されてんだ。あいつがいないバージョンのこの部屋のあれが作られてないだろ。
The tooth.
何を調べるの。なんもないよな。
なんか緑になってるのとなってないのの違いがわからないんだけど、シアというのがあるかな。
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
それだけ。
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
もう何もできないじゃん。じゃあそれじゃあ行ってみる。証拠品1個残ってたよな、まだ。ちょっと調べられるようになってるのかもしれない。推理まだなんかあんの。関係ないか。Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings.
こんなのあったっけ。
These are the suspect's belongings. A pocket.
なんだよ、もう何すりゃいいんだよ。
What am I doing here?
I'm not saying
Mr. Holmes?
わからんな。何を隠している。これ繋がるとか。繋がるのこれ、もしかしてなんか。よくわからんね。繋がっていくのかな。ちょっと2つしかねえかな。
What am I...
I'm not saying another word.
もう話せんですよ。わかんねえよ。
How is the investigation going?
なんかフラグになってんだろうな。 マジでわかんねえ。
分析を行うか。なんか分析できるのかな。なんか手紙のところ、分析を行うハートレイから押収した手紙の大半はインクの墨で覆われている。なんかこのインクは取れるとか取れないとかってちらっと話してたから。
A new suspect.
どうやってやんの？あ、これわかるかい、こんな。わかるか
I
い。
need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
もう一回言ってください。
First condition, all 7 reagents
全て
should
使
be
用する。
used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition.
全部緑以外は2種類あるってことか。最初は青でしょ。
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent.
青の白黒が数えて3本目ってどういう意味だ？
青とオレンジの間に1個別のが入る。
緑しかないよな。ああ。紛らわしい。いや、その後次はダメだな。
First condition, second condition, third condition, colorless reagent.
オレンジの主役の
First
スガトってわけじゃない
second
の？
condition, orange reagent should be the third condition, colorless re.
どういう意味なんだ？スガトじゃない。どっちにしてもこれダメっぽいな。
No, something isn't right.
だよね。 難しいな。これ青からって意味でしょこれ。
First condition. All 7 second condition. Orange reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
青いのが2つとかってあるのに黒いの入れちゃっていいのかな。
まあ青が一番最初は間違いないだろう。
青入れちゃっていいの。
違うと思うけどな。何のために2種類ずつ用意したの？そういうことなの？マジでこれいけんの？
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
すぐ後に透明を入れなきゃいけないってことか。途中までは合ってたってことなのか。ああ、でもね。
やってみるかな。
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the
やっぱあの
beginning
順番は合ってんのか
again.
な。あの絵の順番は間違ってないんだろうな。そうなると青違うな。青緑無色。緑に関しては言及ないんだよな。何の液体なんだよこれ。うわ違うな。絶対違うわ。いやこれ絶対違うよね。
No, something isn't right. I need...
ちょっとわからん。一回終了しよう。